European contact with California began in the 16th century, and it came not from across the Atlantic, but up from the south, out of New Spain, which is present-day Mexico. The conquistador Hernan Cortes sent an exploratory force to the Baja California Peninsula in the 1530s and even founded a short-lived colony there in 1535. He was unimpressed. He described the land as dry and resource poor, noting that about the only thing worth exploiting was pearls in the coastal waters. The colony was abandoned within a year. Its most lasting contribution was actually a mistake. The stubborn belief, repeated on European maps for over a century, that Baja California was an island rather than a peninsula. The most important expedition of this era belonged to Juan Rodriguez Cabrillo, a Portuguese-born navigator sailing under the Spanish flag. He was sent north in search of the legendary Strait of Anian, an imagined sea route connecting the Pacific and the Atlantic. Cabrillo set sail in June of 1542 with 2 ships and a crew of about 250 men. That crew tells us something important about the nature of this enterprise. It included sailors and soldiers, but also enslaved Africans and captive Native Americans. Coercion was built into the project from the very start. Cabrillo made landfall at present-day San Diego Bay in late September 1542, then pushed north along the coast. In the Chumash region, he recorded a large coastal settlement whose people had impressive ocean-going canoes. He named the place Pueblo de las Canoas, the town of the canoes. His expedition reached as far north as the Russian River before bad weather forced it back. Cabrillo himself died of an injury in early 1543, but his logs survive as the earliest written descriptions of native Californian peoples. 6 decades later, in 1602, the merchant navigator Sebastian Vizcaino carried out a systematic survey of the coast. He named or renamed features we still know today: San Diego Bay, Santa Catalina Island, Santa Barbara, and Monterey Bay. Vizcaino was so enthusiastic about Monterey as a potential harbor that his glowing reports would shape Spanish policy toward California for the next century and a half. And yet, after Vizcaino, Spain did almost nothing. For more than 160 years, California sat at the far remote edge of the empire, too distant and too difficult to supply to be worth colonizing. That calculation would eventually change, and when it did, it changed everything. We'll see how in the next segment.